I love what I do. I take great pride in what I do. And I can't do something halfway, 3/4, 9/10. If I'm going to do something, I go all the way. Nothing ends nicely, that's why it ends. I always look for a challenge and something that's different. I'm passionate about learning. I'm passionate about life. I'm an all-or-nothing kind of person, and when I become interested in something, I give it my all. I disagree with people who think you learn more from getting beat up than you do from winning. When you have to cope with a lot of problems, you're either going to sink or you're going to swim. I want a world without war, a world without insanity. I want to see people do well. I don't even think it's as much as what I want for myself. It's more what I want for the people around me. That's what I want. The exciting part of acting, I don't know how else to explain it, are those moments when you surprise yourself. Talk is overrated as a means of settling disputes. I go without sleep, I just go hard. When I work very hard. So I look to work with people who have that level of dedication. And I depend on that from everyone. From the director to my crews that I work with. I've gotten very good at scheduling my life, scheduling the scene and preparing myself for knowing, saving the energy, consuming the energy, knowing when to go for it and having the available reserves to be able to do that. You have to think about that, because it's endurance. I have respect for what I believe. What I believe in my own life is that it's a search for how I can do things better, whether it's being a better man or a better father or finding ways for myself to improve. If you have kids, it is the most important thing to create good times. Awards are wonderful. I've been nominated many times and I've won many awards. But my journey is not towards that. If it happens, it will be a blast. If it doesn't, it's still been a blast. Individuals have to decide what is true and real for them. I love kids. I was a kid myself, once. I don't care who you are, life has challenges. I've learned to relax more. Everybody feels pressure in what they do. Maybe mine is just a little different because there doesn't seem to be enough hours in the day to accomplish what I want to. When you become successful in any type of life, there are people who are not contributing to the motion. Every single time I start to do a picture, without fail, I feel as if I don't know what I'm doing. Here's how I've lived my life. I've never been late to a set. I make films I believe in. I feel privileged to be able to do what I love. I look at the samurai because they were the artists of their time. What I think struck me when I read Bushido is compassion. If there's no one there to help, go out and find someone to help. That hit me, because I try to lead my life like that. I didn't become an actor to have power, but it just happens that I have it, and so I have a lot of opportunities. I would live with all of my sisters if I could. We've always been very close, my sisters and me. I'm a romantic. I've been chased by paparazzi, and they run lights, and they chase you and harass you the whole time. It happens all over the world, and it has certainly gotten worse. You don't know what it's like being chased by them. When I first started out, all the attention could be a bit unnerving, especially when people stare. Now I find the best thing is to just relax. Being recognized is just something you have to get used to. As a young actor, people were trying to define who I was before I really knew that for myself. But I still remember thinking, this is what I love doing, and I hope I'm going to be able to do it forever. Do I make mistakes? Yeah. Saddam has committed many crimes against humanity and against his own people. What I find sometimes that is tricky is if actors are using too much of their own life in a picture, in a scene, they get locked into a particular way to play the scene, and it lacks in immediacy. Have you ever gotten the feeling that you aren't completely embarrassed yet, but you glimpse tomorrow's embarrassment? I'm always around my mother and sisters. I always wanted to be a father, a husband. It's well known I'm a Scientologist, and that has helped me to find that inner peace in my life, and it's something that has given me great stability and tools that I use. When I'm promoting a film, I'm not going to get caught up in anything else, and that includes all my personal things. I like to work with people that I like hanging out with, that I admire, that are really smart and talented, and we can problem solve together. The thing about filmmaking is I give it everything, that's why I work so hard. I always tell young actors to take charge. It's not that hard. Sign your own checks, be responsible. I've never made a film that I didn't believe in, you know. However the picture turns out, I've always given everything to it. That's kind of how I approach life. I can't help it. There's no part way with me on anything in any area of my life. I've spent many birthdays on a movie set, all great days. If I don't talk about my religion, if I say I'm not discussing it or different humanitarian things I'm working on, they're like, he's avoiding it. If I do talk about it, it becomes, oh, he's proselytizing. I've never done work for money ever. If your choices are based on grosses and the film doesn't do well, what does that mean? It leaves you with nothing. Whether it's making a film or raising my children, personally I'm striving to do the right things and to learn. I've always had the same values. Family for me has always been important. When I shoot, everybody comes.